guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Palapit na ng palapit ang summer. May summer plans na ba kayo? Are you the type to go out of town or go out of the country, cross to the US na napakalapit? Or just stay here in Canada maybe this year? Kami ng asawa ko, we're thinking about crossing the border to New York, maybe, sometime in August to visit some relatives there. Siguro mga 1 week kami dun, ano? It's been a while since we crossed the border to the US, especially considering na napakalapit namin sa Michigan, sa Detroit specifically. 15 minutes away lang yung border sa amin. Pero ito na nga, mula nung nagsimula si US President Donald Trump magsalita tungkol sa 51st state, mula nang magsalita siya na gusto niya maging bahagi ng Amerika ang Canada, mula nang magsalita tungkol sa tariffs, at lalo na mula nung nakakita na kami ng balita ng ilang mga tumatawid sa US-Canada border, nagkakaroon ng ilang problema, na de-detain for a while. Hindi na kami medyo... It's been a while since we visited Detroit. Siguro easily more than 2 months na kaming hindi tumatawid. Dati, minimum once a week nandun kami. Dahil napaka-convenient nga, favorite namin yung Mexican town dyan. Ayan. Magla-lunch lang kami dun or magdi-dinner, uwi na kami. Dadali namin si Luna dun sa favorite niyang Peppa Pig World dyan sa Michigan. Ayun, pero it's been a while since we crossed the border. But we'll see. Siguro sa August, i-break na namin itong parang pause ng aming pag-travel sa US. Kayo ba? Are you interested in maybe going to the US as part of your summer plans? Dahil balita ako, ang daming mga negosyo ngayon dyan sa Amerika, specifically those in line with hospitality, mga hotels, restaurants, that are offering discounts to Canadian tourists. Specifically targeting Canadians talaga. Meron po sila mga campaign. They want visitors, tourists back. Because, alam nyo ba, so 4 straight months na daw pala na patuloy na bumababa ang travel from Canada to the US. Let me show you that report. Ano? Ito yan. This is from CBC News. Canada-US travel drops for 4th straight month. New data suggests. So posted lang po to this month, May 2025.
Vehicle traffic remains down significantly here at the Peace Arch and other crossings right across the country.
Much of what's happening now is very emotional, and Canadians are angry and they're upset. And that doesn't just repair itself overnight. It takes effort and time to rebuild those relationships of trust.
Statistics Canada says Canadian resident return trips by vehicle over the U.S. border dropped by 35% in April year over year. Canadian resident return trips from the U.S. by plane also went down by 20% last month compared to April of 2024. The director of the Border Policy Research Institute at Western Washington University says Trump tariffs, travel boycotts, and the low loonie are all driving factors.
We've seen some pretty high-profile media cases of people being detained by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and I've spoken to a lot of Canadians who think, oh, I'd just rather not put myself in the potential for that to happen.
Exactly, yun na nga, no? Ganun din ako eh. Sabi ko, I mean, there's a very low probability naman na madedetain ako doon na wala naman akong criminal record, di ba? I think yun yung tinutunto ng mga officer sa border. Pero kahit na, parang ayoko na lang din ma-hassle. Ayoko ma-stress sa pagtawid. But anyway, ayun. For us, in our case, things might change sa August. Because again, we have family to visit din doon. Now, parang mabibilib ka rin sa mga Canadians, ano? Pinanindigan nila yung pagka-patriotic nila simula nang magsalita si Donald Trump against Canada. Akala ko, it might just last a month, 2 months, pero yun, 4 na buwan na. At alam nyo, sabi ko nga, ramdam na ng ilang mga states, lalo na madalas puntahan ng mga Canadians, yung epekto ng pagkawala ng Canadian tourists. Halimbawa, tignan niyo to na ang California, ito yung pinakabago. Mismong mayor na nila ang nagsalita addressing the Canadian audience na, uy, kaibigan namin kayo, magpunta naman kayo dito sa California. We welcome you here, may ganon. At the same time, offering discounts.
Ayan, this is, tingnan
Nyo, official website to ng parang tourism department ng California, visitcalifornia.com. Meron silang page dito. California loves Canada. Tingnan natin. Ito, may 30-second video lang naman. Panoorin na natin. Sige.
Without you, we wouldn't be as beautiful. And we wouldn't be as full-bodied. Or delicious. Without you, our coastline wouldn't be as iconic. We wouldn't have so many stars. And our movies wouldn't be larger than life. Truth is, California just wouldn't be California without Canada. Thank you, Canada.
Aba, okay. Puntahan natin yung sa mayor. Akala ko nandun yung kay mayor, ano. Ito naman yung kay mayor. It's just part of a longer news report. Pero i-play ko na lang yung mismong soundbite ng California. Governor pala. Ano ba yan? Mali-mali ako. Governor, last month niya to sinabi.
The Golden State and Canada have always shared so much in common. Sure, you know who's trying to stir things up back in D.C., but don't let that ruin your beach plans. California, it's the ultimate playground. 2,000 miles from Washington and a world away in mindset. From our iconic beaches and national parks to world-class wine, food, and outdoor adventure, there's something here for everyone. Last year, nearly 2 million Canadians visited California because here in California, we've got plenty of sunshine and a whole lot of love for our neighbors up north.
O, diba? Talagang ina-address niya ang sarili niya sa Canadians. Baka sabihin ng ilang viewers, talaga naman ang California kasi medyo hindi naman yan bumoto kay Trump. Galit yan kay Trump, diba? Parang papahapyawan pa kasi yung Washington eh. Pero alam niyo ba, speaking of Washington, mismong ang mga organisasyon doon, mga kumpanya doon, nag-launch din ng campaign also enticing Canadians to visit the state. Meron silang tawag na open arms to Canadians. Parang gano'n. Hold on. Baka mamali ako. Ito pala, Open arms for our Canadian friends. This is a Washington-based parang group of restaurants now offering discounts to Canadians. Okay, 30% discount. Tinan mo, tapos pag scroll down mo yan, lahat ng mga establishments na bahagi nito, yan, magbibigay ng discount. Ang kailangan lang, redeem your discount by showing valid Canadian identification, driver's license, passports, etc. Okay? Diba? Pati ang New York City, guys, meron din. Nag-umpisa rin ang ilang mga hotel doon mag-offer ng discount. By the way, hindi ko pala nabanggit yung discount sa California, Pero they are offering 25% discount sa about 1,000 hotels there. Again, for Canadian visitors. Diba? Puntahan natin yung New York. Nakakita rin ako, Establishments there are also offering discounts specifically para sa mga Canadians. Ito. Upstate New York tourism operators offering discounts to win back Canadians. Promotion aims to northern neighbors angered by Trump trade war. So ayun, alam mo, mag-google lang kayo. Ang dami yung makikitang discount kung nag-iisip na kayong magpunta ng US. Pero ang tanong ko nga, yun na nga, how do you feel about the whole situation? Kayo ba ay tuloy pa rin makikiisa dito sa parang informal boycott, na ginagawa ng mga Canadians? Hindi ko naman din ma-blame ang mga American establishments for campaigning to get the Canadian visitors back. Dahil ang laki ng kinikita ng mga ito from Canadian visitors. I read a report, siyempre may notes na ako, Kapag overnight trip lang, overnight trip, ang average daw na ginagastos ng isang Canadian in the US is almost $1,400. Okay, average po yan, 1,388 Canadian dollars. Ngayon, ang sabi, in March alone, 900,000 visitors less ang pumunta ng US. Hindi naman siguro lahat yun ay bisita. Maybe some are working there, going there for business. Sabihin mo na lang kalahati na lang nun. Okay, so 450,000. I-multiply mo dun sa overnight na ginagastos. it's easily more than $500 million in just 1 month. Okay, in just 1 month. Ang New York sinabi nga, New York City lang New York City, ang nakuha nilang revenues from Canadian visitors in 2024 is about $600 million. Okay, that's from an estimated 1 million Canadians who visited New York City. So it's a big money loss. So I would say, effective, no? Yung ginagawa ng mga Canadian visitors. And this is not just happening, I am sure, not just in California, in New York, in Washington. Tignan ninyo, yung iba din ng states, baka, on a smaller scale, hotels also offering discounts. Nasa sa inyo na yan, no? Kung i-grab niyo itong opportunity na ito. Pero, naalala ko rin, syempre, maaring, isa ring dahilan naman na hindi pag-visit ng Canadians sa US, baka nagtitipid. Alam niyo naman, medyo may problema rin sa ekonomiya ngayon. There are economists predicting a recession in Canada. Baka nagtitipid rin. That's also a big possibility. But I did see this report saying that majority of Canadians now this summer season are just planning to stay inside the country. Ayan, this is from CTV News just 3 days ago. Sabi dito, Canadians expected to spend summer vacations at home.
Canada's tourism operators are forecasting a busy summer season, and their numbers are already up, especially in the Atlantic region. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth shows us how a reluctance to travel to the U.S. is taking Canadian and international visitors across our country.
Michelle Bilodeau is spending the day taking pictures along the Halifax waterfront, living the life of a tourist.
Last year, that was my bucket list item. I traveled, drove to all provinces, basically.
Born in Quebec, Bilodeau now lives in southern Ontario. He loves to travel within Canada and has chosen to suspend any trips to the U.S.
I don't feel like I'll be going for a while, for sure.
Bilodeau's travel habits fit a growing trend.
The Canadian business is up like we've never seen before. I mean, Canadians are traveling within Canada.
Because of the weak Canadian dollar, travelers from south of the border and abroad are also coming here in growing numbers.
The European business is way up as well because there's so many direct flights from to all over Europe into Halifax.
So in a way, it's a good thing na rin, I mean, it's not nice that the Canadian dollar is now down, but ang effect niyan nga naman, kumbaga combined factors na weakening the weak Canadian dollar, plus yung issue, emotional issue regarding sa America. Now, more Canadians are expected to spend their money inside Canada, which I believe, syempre, at this time of, we're facing economic uncertainties, is good for the local economy. At least makakatulong yun. Imbis na dali ng pera ng mga Canadians nga naman ng pera nila sa Amerika, dito na lang sa Canada, helps spur economic activity here at a time when it is very much needed. Kami siguro sa totoo lang, kung wala kaming bibisitahing relatives doon, wala rin kaming pagsistayan na relatives sa New York, likely hindi rin po kami muna mag-US sa totoo lang. But we'll see. I'll update you guys about that. Let me know your plans too. Okay? And how you're feeling about this ongoing, informal boycott ng mga Canadian travelers going to the US. I will end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!